So, we're back and we've got some sand. Well, this is silt and sand from the reservoir. And we've got some more sand and some pea gravel here. This is what we're going to be bringing into the pond. I don't have the soil right this second. We're not going to need much soil. In fact, I was thinking about just using the sand and silt that I have in the driveway as my soil replacement. I don't really need a whole lot of soil in the pond. Just some organic matter, which we have plenty of outside in the driveway. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you stopping by on Sunday morning. And try and get this sand. I've got some. This is just concrete sand, coarse pool sand, basically. It's got some pea gravel in it. I might have a few twigs here and there, but that's no problem. It's just got a little bit of organic in it. Just from sitting out underneath the trees there. Good morning, good morning. Glad y'all stopped by. We're going to be putting this sand and pea gravel. And then I've got another bucket sitting over there that we're going to be putting rocks in our creek up here. So the first things first, before I go putting anything in the pond, I need to be able to get in the pond. So I gotta get in here. And what I've got is, ta-da. So you're wondering how are we going to slow the water up? How are we going to get that sand and silt to stay and not wash all of it down? And we're going to do that by simply setting up jetties along the way. And the jetty is a simple rock in the middle of the creek that's going to stop the smaller rocks from falling down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we just got to find the right rock that will go here after we put some sand in, put some pea gravel in the bottom, and then we're going to wedge these big boulders, so to speak. Might not be the one, might need something bigger. Up here, might need something bigger. This one here you saw ahead. This is where we need that one big boulder. So once we get that sand in here and silt, we'll stack this boulder and wedge it somewhere along in this. I'm thinking right there is actually pretty good. Boom. So everything behind that will pile up on top of that rock, and that will prevent that stuff from going down. Yeah, man, we've been stacking rocks since we learned how to pick them up. You know what I mean? Some of those are the only ones left. You know, if you think about it, the castle's built out of stone and rock. They're the only ones still standing. So something like this could go down. Once we get that pea, I don't want to go set in a minute. This is just test runs, basically. That fits pretty good. It might need to be a little bit more. This is going to change the flow of the water. I mean, we could simply change the flow of the water. So I had this rock here the other day. It was this simple rock, and I had that water flowing. Just by setting that rock right there, diverts that water from coming. It comes up in here and swirls. So what I'm trying to get it to do is vortex in this area before it falls. And we can get that simply by coming off of this rock here, and then we can set another rock, not particularly this one, but we can set a rock simply by setting it there and diverting that water. It will spin here as it comes through, boom, and then splash down. But you'll see spirals in the water. And that's what we're looking for. The more of those spirals I can get, the better off we're going to be in the system. The better the water will be cleaned, aerated. I mean, just the whole 9 yards is going to be, it's better instead of just a straight fall. The more turbulence we can get, the better off we're going to be for long term. So we've got these rocks here that we can utilize. See those? We can have water deflecting off of these edges. We can set this like wherever we decide to set it, and when the water starts to flow, that's when we'll use these. Let's push them down into the sand and divert that water and make it go the way we want it to go, make it maybe do what we want it to do. So, first things first, without trying to make a huge mess, we need to get this out of here. So I'm going to set y'all up somewhere up in here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Good morning, everybody. Biggs, Mr. Vinny. I appreciate everybody stopping in. I'm not going to be much in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye out on it, but my brain just needs to focus on where I'm putting these rocks at. So I'm just going to stick y'all down in the soil here. Look at that. Now we got places we can set our camera. I'm going to go grab this sand. Almost getting too damn old for this. I'm glad I didn't wait till I was in my 60s. Alright, now I'm coming back in. Alright, so I've got trusty. Built everything in here with this right here. Everything you see, every rock that I touched this. It's an old garden shovel, but the handle broke off. Fits perfectly. So we got pea gravel, and we got pool sand, or concrete sand, whatever you want to call it. This is what goes on the bottom. Pea gravel on top, then sand and silt from the reservoir that we got out in the driveway on top of that. That's our biology. This has, everything has biology in it and on it, but that reservoir silt and sand is the inoculation. So how can we do this without making a complete and total fucking mess? What's up, everybody? I'm glad everybody showed up. We are working on Pizza Man, Nuggets, Vinny, Baby Dad, Groves. What's up, buddy? This is the first process of the creek. And the first is pool sand, or concrete sand. Bloop. This is just the first layer. We throw that up in there, and then we're going to put the pea gravel on top of that, and that will hold, this sand will hold the pea gravel. Look, the roots in it. We don't mind roots. I had this underneath the damn oak tree for forever. And I know this looks tedious. I'm doing it with a little hand here, but I don't like making messes. And I don't need much right now. I'm just going to be making a base, basically, a floor on top of the bedrock. So just imagine that's bedrock. That's bedrock. And we are stacking sand, smaller rocks on top of that. Just like if you ever watch gold mine, like that gold mining show, where they dredge, go on this river, and you've got to dredge it out, get to bedrock first, because that's where all the gold is, sitting on bedrock, in between these little cracks and crevices. That's what we're creating. We've got to create those cracks and crevices and all that shit for biology to live in. So you see that water, that's a nice steep hill. So when water hits that, it would just wash it all down. It would, it would literally be all down here in that hole there, probably within an hour. So what we do is jetty it up. So if you've ever been to the beach, have you ever been to like an ocean front, they have jetties around the piers and stuff. And these jetties break that water up. They break the cycle, basically, of that sand washing back out or in and out. So basically we're just going to treat these rocks as our jetties. So this rock will sit, somewhere in here. Where do we have it? Boom. Now this is one of, just imagine that's a big boulder that we got to dredge. If we were digging for gold, we would have to get this out. We'd have to dredge this out and get to the bedrock. So that gold would be coming down off the mountain and hitting this rock and falling underneath of it and piling up, boom, 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 because it can't go any further. That's a jetty. We'll place another one here until we get to the bottom of the waterfall. There'll be 1, 2, 3 jetties along the way. We'll raise this up. All this will be covered. You won't see this. This will be covered. This is just holding the pea gravel. We might have to go a little higher depending on how deep we want the water creek to be. But you'll see. Sand down in there. When we get the pea gravel in here, we'll pack that down. This rock can't go anywhere any further because it's wedged in the creek. I need another one right here. And another one right here. So I'm going to get the pea gravel now. Stay. Switcheroony. This pump's got to come out of here. Yeah. Alright, I need another rock, I believe. What rock do we want? I like this one here myself. I was thinking that water. I was thinking a log or something coming off here, like a stick wedged up in there. It's kind of like maybe wide, it hits and then falls down. This is going to come up these sides. So I'm thinking probably right in here. Yep. And thinking maybe something like this. I don't know if you can see that. That will wedge perfectly right there. Couple of jetties. 3 these up. Couple of jetties. So now I've got my sand down in the bucket. I can actually handle the bucket now. We can just Yay. Yes, sir. Alright, let's see what we got here. Knock the dust off that thing. Let's see. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments, but I'm busy creating a creek. Alright, where did my rock go? There it is, right there. We're going to need another rock right there. I'm going to bring that up a little bit more. I'm going to bring that up a little more. Something like this, maybe. That's close. I think that'll work. Eye of a tiger. I think we might need 4 jetties. I'm thinking another one right in that width. It'll fit perfectly right there. Alright, now we can bring in the sand and silt from this point on. But we got another bucket of sand and pea gravel over here. I'm going to go grab. And then we will start right here. Here. Alright, got some sand here. I'm going to try and manhandle it. Okay. Just spread that out. here. All right. Here's our rock right there. So let's see this out. This goes down here. So this is our slowdown area. Appreciate everybody stopping by, checking out what we're doing today. Shaking off the dust, dirt. So what I mean by a slowdown area is, so our waterfall comes down from there. It's really going to be fast coming through here. It's going to be, and then it slows up right here, and then it, pushes itself on through here. So we're going to want wicking action right in here. So we're going to get the sand and the silt from the reservoir from here on out. That's got the organic matter in it. The sand and silt is going to be coming up over the wall. And wherever we wrap that stuff up over the wall, it will wick water. And it'll wick a lot of it. I've learned that from that one over there. So we only need a couple of points, like, to wick water in. That's it. This area over here is not connected to the creek at all. This is going to be our herb garden on this side. So we will have to water some on this side, but this is going to get a lot of the splash. So a lot of the splash, and it's connected to the bottom, so it will be able to wick water up. But a lot of herbs the roots don't go that deep. So we're going to rely on the splash from the creek, from the waterfall to water our herbs. Same on this side. So we'll probably do maybe a pea or something over here and run it up the walls. We got a lot of shit going. This in here, I don't know, probably do carrots, celery, maybe some parsley. Over here is going to be our main crops over here, like tomato. We might do like a squash, a zucchini. We're going to mainline them up. So we'll have poles in here, pole up to pretty much close to the light. We'll be running a lot of the vines and stuff up the pole. We'll let them hang over. We're just going to cover the whole damn place with green shit. And it'll be a fucking mess. It'll be awesome. Appreciate it, everybody. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Let me read some comments real quick. Lucky Street, appreciate you, buddy. Yeah. Appreciate you, juniors. Everybody stopping by. The purpose of the rock channels and gullies through it. Well, if you didn't put the rock, we don't put jetties. They're just stops. Basically, they're going to keep erosion from happening. So we're putting barriers here that can't be moved. when we're flowing water, that's going to hit that silt and that sand and all that stuff, and it's going to push it. Now some of it's, we're going to have to replenish it, because over time it is going to, end up down in this area. But we're going to do as best we can to mitigate the erosion coming from the water falling consistently on this area. So what I'm going to do here now is go find a log or a stick, type of log, but it's going to set, and I'm going to wedge it right up in there, and it's going to come out and it's going to set right here on this. So what that's going to do is when this water falls off, it's going to hit this log, it's going to splash back, but it's also going to not be splashing down directly onto the sand and silt, if you understand what I'm saying. That's going to be a stop to help the erosion from washing all our sand and pea gravel down the creek. So we want this sand and pea gravel to stay here, but with that flow coming constantly, it's going to just wash it all down. So these are stop points along the way. And if you go to the beach or something, my grandparents had a place on Gwynn's Island out here in Virginia. And now if you go out to the beach, they have jetties all around the island. And those jetties stop when the storms come in, help to mitigate the beach from just eroding completely out into the ocean. This is kind of what we're doing here. So once now this will come in, we may have to put another, but like I said, the rock will go here, but we still got a lot of space here to fill. So all this, rest of this is filled with the sand and silt, which we have in a bucket over there. And it's out in the driveway. We have to go get it. So the sand and silt, actually I'm out of rock. Yep, we need to go. Get out of here. Oh, shit. So this here, this is clean. This is clean. This is what's straight out of the reservoir. That has been composted. Well, not really but the sun has. This is silt. You can actually see it blowing in the air. It's extremely fine. Like, look at it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like smoke almost coming up out of the bucket from me just doing that. That's how fine this stuff is. And there's clay, and there's extremely fine particles of clay in here. So there's sand in there. There's mostly silt and some organic matter. But this stuff here wicks water like you would not believe. Let me show you. Let me show you what this does. Because some people don't really understand. Watch this. We can actually watch it wick right up. Let me find a good spot. Right here. Alright, so I'm just gonna right along the edges. Watch it. Whee! It'll pull it all the way up the wall. That is defying gravity, my friends. And I'm not doing anything. It is just pulling it all on its own. It'll pull it right on up that wall. It stay moist all the time. Like once it's wicked it up, it'll continuously wick it up, and it'll only wick up what it can hold. So it's still going. Once it gets to a certain point, it'll take some time, but tomorrow morning that will be all wet. And then the worms will come in and turn it into worm castings. Then we have to come back and replenish. So we do that a lot underneath this. This is where we get a lot of our isopods and our worms. I've already been under here today, so the worms are gone. There's one. But this is, they'll turn this into worm castings. And that will wick right on up and extend it into the bed. Worms work it, aerate it, turn that sand silt into available whatever's in here, all the good stuff. You know, it's got all the calcium. It's got everything in it. I mean, it's literally been breaking down. All this is organic matter broken down to its finest form, like silt. It is literally used to be probably a tree or leaf or some type of organic matter that has been broken down over the thousands of years into a fine particle, in which biology, worms, they love grit, but this is the kind of grit they can get in and work. Not big sand particles like the pool sand, but silty sand with organic matter in it, and it's got biology in it because it's from a pond, from a reservoir. So all the good stuff is already there without the bad. Some bad, but most of the bad's been cooked out by the sun. That's why we spread it out in our driveway. Oh, shit. And it's heavy. It is extremely heavy. Alright, where's my... I need my... something. What did I do with it? Well, let me go get something else. Oh, I'll use this. So you see how fine that stuff is. Imagine when water hits that, you know, it'll wash it on down the creek. And this is what we got to avoid as much as possible. I mean, we can't avoid it all, but we can mitigate it. Look at that. Oof. Probably should get it, but if this gets wet before we do this, it won't get down into those cracks that we want it to. We want it to get down in there. This is where we're going to really find out where we need to put jetties and how much pea gravel we're going to need to mix in with this stuff. You know, this will mix all in. So it's got organic matter in it, which is no big deal. Needs some, but not a lot. So we'll get a layer of this over everything, and then bring more pea gravel in. This is going to really tell us how much we're going to use, how much we're going to need, how much more we're going to need. We know we're going to need more, but look at that. Too bad it's not a 4-leaf. We'd leave it. So we're not going to be bringing it up over this. So we don't need anything. We don't need it to come up over this wall. What we needed to do is come up over this point right here. So right through here, there's going to be a lot of water flowing. A lot of rocks being hit. I think I can manhandle it now. Gonna have to go get more pea gravel. Set y'all right here for a sec. All right. That's not too bad. That's half a bucket. We've got more outside, so we've definitely got enough to do the creek. Not sure we got enough to fill the bottom of the pond. Well, let's see. After we work it in here, we'll see how much we got. The water's going to really come through here. Let us know. So we're going to fill it up, and then dig a trench. Place rocks where we want that pea gravel to come up. So everywhere we want to be able to hold pea gravel, keep it from falling down, we place a rock, a bigger rock, a stable rock on top of this, and then pile on top around it, and then just put that pea gravel, that sand, this sand and silt right up over that wall there like that. And that right there will wick water into our soil. Once we get it up here, we'll probably wick it over here too. We don't need wicking through there. We do need wicking right through this area here. We're going to wick some through here. We're going to wick a little right through here. We're going to wick some over here. And that will be all we need to get water down to the E horizon. From there, the plants and soil can wick it up. Bucket. There's our rock. There's our jetty right there. So we're going to set that log right there. It'll come down and then hit here. We'll have pea gravel all through here. Coming down through here hard. Boom. Alright, now we just need a little bit of pea. Let's see here. I'm just thinking to myself, I don't need that on this side though. I need this on this side. So we can raise it up to this side. So now things like this. When that water's flowing down, you can place it right like that. That water will be coming down through there and hitting it. So any type of action we can get like that, we can take something like this. See, it's got the concave there. So I was thinking that could go in that corner. Once we get that raised up, I could sit in that corner like this and redirect water and spin it off of this concave in that rock. So all these little things that we can do. We can also move, like, it doesn't have to be this rock in particular, but the other day when it was flowing, I had this rock sitting right here. And what that did was, instead of it all just flowing right out, it split it. And it actually made a vortex right here as it was coming, because it was pushing water back. So all this pushes in, it turns, comes back, and then we can place anything here, wherever we place it, it's going to redirect water and make it go a different direction. So it comes down into here, and then comes off of this lip here, and it's going to all fall down, hitting a log, running off the log, and then into the pea grass, into the creek. Now, how much? So we can't really judge right now until we get the water flowing how much sand and silt we need. So that's why we have to dig a trench, because when this comes through and we had this filled up, it would just overflow the sidewalls. So that's why, when we first start this water up, it's going to be, we don't need to put it all in at once, is what I'm saying. We just need to get the base down, because this is going to raise our water table tremendously. So until we see it, we won't know exactly how much we need. This might be all we need. We need a little bit more in that hole. That's a deep hole back there. We gotta get more pea gravel and sand. But from here to there, we're probably good. So, yeah, it's pretty neat stuff. You can do a lot of different things with this. So there's your imagination can go crazy with this kind of thing, because it's you can do a lot. You can go down into the quantum realm, man, if you want to, if you're smart enough. You can get into freaking vortexes and electrical charges and copper wiring and you name it, man. Get into all kinds of things. Get into cutting the fucking roof off, turning it into a real greenhouse. It's just a glass roof or something. We'd have to be able to we'd have to have curtains though. Have blackout curtains, because these girls can't get no light when they're in 1212. So we've gotten that part close. I've gotten at least to the point where we don't have to worry about, we won't need to get into the pond that much anymore. We can go around the back and put pea gravel in. I really want to run water down through there first before I actually do anything else. We've got Timothy hay here. Timothy hay for our cover. This is just mulch for our soil. We're gonna this old Tractor Supply, probably only need one bag. Feed this to the rabbit. I don't put down a lot. Very thin layer is all I need. Then we'll come back in with some water. Water it down. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. We're just doing a thin layer of Timothy hay here on top of my soil. Always cover your soil. Very thin layer. It's kind of like rebar. This is what we usually I'll throw. This is the first layer of mulch, and then we can always bring in some IMO, IMO 4 and 5. This acts as rebar for my IMO. So imagine I'm going to fill all these gaps basically with IMO. And that's how we did the last bed. Turned out pretty good. IMO's just got wheat bran, little malted barley, kelp meal, fish emulsion, rabbit shit, and that's about it. And indigenous microorganisms from the property here. Let's go all the way over to that. That's what IMO stands for, if you didn't know, indigenous microorganisms. You can go around, just put it like some people put a box around, you can make a, Chris Trump's good on making cedar boxes. I don't use a cedar box, I just really can take a mesh bag or a piece of burlap or something, take it out, set it around, put some rice or something in it, cooked rice in it, or put some wheat bran in it. You don't have to be rice. Any type of food source will draw that microbiology in there, and then you can utilize that biology by simply adding some sugar to it, stabilizing it, putting it in a jar, and then putting it in your soil. Bam, bam, thank you. You want to get it hot first. Don't forget about the composting. It's a little bit more involved in that, but if you want to learn that, I would recommend like a Chris Trump video. That's how I learned. On YouTube. That's where I first saw it. First saw how to make that stuff. Great dude. Knows his shit. Teaches around the world. If you don't know him, I suggest you look him up. Do. I think I've done pretty damn good at making a mess today. I thought I was going to come in here and fuck shit up. With the one hand and all, Day ain't over yet. There's still a chance. Still a chance. And after this, lunchtime. Hungry as a hostage. Here. Love me some Timothy hay, man. Rabbits eat it. Biology is high in it. Protozoa love it. You don't know what protozoa are? It's good stuff. Check it out. Go get you some. hottest thing on the market. Nothing like a Timothy hay dust in your throat. Yes, it is bedding. Bedding for my microbes. Bedding for all my critters that are getting ready to come in here. Shit. This is the first layer. That's what I'm making, a bed for my microbes. That's what this is all about. Making a bed. Making a home for all our critters to live in. So they can start breaking down all the organic matter that we're going to be putting in this bed. Chop and drop. A lot. Bringing in IMO. A lot. Oops. Look at that hose disappeared. Just like that. Hose disappeared just like that. Oh, we still got that over there. Yeah, we didn't even use half a bag. It's like $12. Tractor Supply. Protozoa plug. Get you some. You know what I need to do? I need to go over and turn the damn fan off. She's gonna smack me right in the face. As soon as I felt it, as soon as I was getting ready to stick my hand. Excuse me. I felt the wind hit me right in the face. Not today. I'm too smart today. We're on fire today. No major incidents today. No leaks. You don't want no leaks. I think y'all do it. See how it just curl up that bag with no mess. Come here tomorrow and the mice will have it all over the damn place. Look at this guy. What are you doing, Dig? Say hi, buddy. You got a smile on your face. You ate a worm this morning. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Big boy. He's growing up big and strong. Huh? What do you think about this place? This is your new home. You can come in here anytime you want. Right through there. But not right now. Look how crystal clear the water is over here. Cooter's over there. Oh shit, look at this guy. Come back. Damn. Oh, there he is. Skink. Skink, skink, skink. He's sunning. It's a blue-tailed skink. He's great for isopods. Yeah. He gone. He gone. There's this shit though. Yes, the turtle bridge will be right here. This is the spot right here. Yeah. That's the turtle bridge. So we're gonna raise this up. There'll be a log down here. We're gonna bring some more soil in because this is shrunk. So bring some more soil in and bring the soil up to here. And we'll just put a log or, soil up here and move this rock over here. And he'll be able to just come right on up in here. He'll be able to get into the creek right through here. So after we get done, layering our soil, you won't see a lot of this Timothy. This Timothy hay will just disappear over time because of our mulch, our other mulch, our wood mulch. So we bring in the wood mulch. And the wood mulch is what our fungi like. We need fungi. Everybody likes the fungi. So the wood mulch brings in the fungi because fungi like wood. Gotta bring the fungi up in the party. Oh shit. Good enough government. These are just sitting here for now. Just sitting here for now. Not too bad, an hour, huh? We're on fire. We're on a heater. There we go. Phew. All right, guys. We need to get more. So next step is we need more sand. We need probably 2 more buckets of sand. We need about 2 more buckets of pea gravel. We need another bucket, or at least a half a bucket of silt, and that will do our creek. Then we'll need another probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 10 buckets of sand, probably another 10 buckets of pea. We're going to need some soil. We're going to need some more sand, silt, and clay, like I said, that goes on top of the soil. So, going to give our plants something to root into. So we'll need a good, good 3-4 inches of the sand, of the pool sand, pond sand, whatever you want to call it, sand. Good 3 inches of that down there. Pea gravel on top of that. Soil, sand, silt, clay. Look what's over there. That's the layers. So we'll get that silt on top of some soil. We'll get the pea gravel on that. So basically, as the water flows, sits in there, it'll basically cycle as it's being pumped. It'll be pulling through sand and pea gravel, aerating the soil. So if you put the soil on the bottom, no go. Just like in a horizontal system, you don't want to put the soil at the bottom, but the soil can go in the soil as long as the biology is right. That's how we set up aquariums like that. Pump sand, yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking sand, man. It's the sand, man. Clean up a little bit, but I'm hungry, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go get me some dinner. I think we've done enough for right now. I think it's break time. Smoke break. I appreciate everybody hanging out. If you don't mind, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button, hit my like button. All that good stuff. APSU Living Soil is sponsoring us. APSUsoil.com. And we got Grandmaster LEDs in the house. Brand new. Discount code Yellow Skunk. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. I hope everybody has a great day. Peace.